Yes, welcome back everyone. Here we are in the shed with Bertha. It is time for another reno rebuild.
Fix up? I don't know.
This one's sort of out of necessity, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
it's not to make her look pretty, it's to make her function better.
Yes, we will make her look pretty at the same time, but it's mainly the function, like Erin said. Now, we've owned Bertha for just over a year now. It's probably a year and a couple of months already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting close to it.
We did our first trip to the Cape in May last year.
Yep. So in that time, we bought her, we did our initial renovation, then we went to the Cape, like Erin said, then we did outback Queensland, did the coast of Queensland, and we've given her a bit of a beating.
Yes, we have definitely taken her a lot of places and really pushed the limit of where you probably should take a 24-foot caravan.
So what we might do is let's chuck in a little montage right now.
Yeah, let's have a look at where Bertha's been.
The life of Bertha. Everyone meet Bertha. So as you can see, it is very brown.
The gateway to Cape York.
We're ready to head west. So yeah, as you can see guys, we've done a lot in Bertha over the last year and we absolutely love her, eh?
We do. She's very homely.
But it hasn't been without its downfalls.
No.
She's an 08 model, guys. If you didn't see us do the original Reno and all that, go back, watch those ones. You'll just understand more about Bertha and where she came from. But yeah, 08 means she's 16 years old, I think. Yeah?
Quick maths.
16? I think I got it. We'll put it in below.
Yes it is.
Yeah, you got
it
there.
Is 16, yes it is.
So look, it's never, a 16-year-old van's never going to be perfect. She has her problems and we've found those problems over the time.
Yes.
We'll probably chuck in a few little clips of that.
Yep, we'll have a little look at now what problems we've found with Bertha.
The problem is our diesel heater is being temperamental and not turning on. What have we discovered?
Discovered my window is now a waterfall.
She's leaking. It's another bloody split pipe. This time up the back near the hot water system. If you have a look in here, there is all this, that's from the brake pads and they're looking real worse for wear. But then I noticed this and then I noticed that. Where are they? These. But I think what's happened is it shorted the brakes out. It's just held them on. And so guys, on top of that, there's even more things that we haven't shown you, just little things along the way really.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here in this awesome big shed. Have to actually say a shout out to my boss who I'm currently working for in Brisbane. He doesn't want to be named, so we'll just put a little picture with his face blurred out or something. He thinks I'm going to hang on him, but I wouldn't.
Legends,
we're
really good.
So appreciative that we've got this space. Like, have a look at it. We've got this whole area here. They've given us the back of the workshop. And yeah, we just really appreciate it because last time we did the reno in the front yard of Mum's house.
Yes, which was a bit of an issue. The neighbours weren't very happy with us.
Look, we were blocking off, you know, their vision from the driveways and stuff. But anyway, this is going to be so much better. We've got this space. Weather's not going to affect us. So absolutely stoked.
Yep.
All right, Erin, come with me. Get your step on. All right, front of the van. I want to show you basically what has brought on this reno. This is an issue for us. We've been noticing lately that it's really hard to close. I can't, like, you got to push the corners in to even turn it, but then this other side is popped out. And we kept trying to figure out what the bloody hell was going on and why this wasn't closing properly anymore. And, well, we're not 100% sure because we haven't taken anything off yet. But if you look at this, that's not how a frame should be. That should be, that should be rigid. And actually, I can peel it back a bit and I can stick my fingers in behind the ply. And I know there's water damage in there. I don't think you'll see anything, but yeah, I can get my fingers in there. And I've actually had a little torch and seen in there, and there is more water rot in there. So somewhere, somehow, the front of this caravan is leaking.
Well, remember when we did, you got in there?
Oh yeah, actually that was a while ago, eh?
Yeah, we'll drop some footage in now. We did a little test. Alex hid in the boot and I hosed it basically to see where the water was coming from.
All right guys, we got to figure out this leak in the front of the van so I can start working on it. What we got to figure out is if it's coming from just the hatch door itself, which I think it is, or if it's coming from up top, like roof area. So I'm gonna hop in there. We're gonna get Erin to close me in, and I'm just gonna watch it as she hoses the front. Got it all set up here. It's hot though. It's gonna be warm in there.
You gotta get a job in the circus after this.
Now I knew you could fit in here because the custom Lithium boys got in here to do the battery system. And I'm smaller than most of them. I'm smaller than most people. Right.
Okay, bye.
See ya. Alright, so that's definitely just the door, okay, which is really good. Alright, so you can see it's still dripping there. So it is 100% just the door, which is awesome because I never thought it was the roof because I resealed everything when we did the initial making up words now, when we did the initial reno. So yeah, cool. Alright, just means we've got to replace that. Spots I've been to in that van. So the water wasn't going into the front boot as much as it was going in between the walls. So I think one of the things is this door is just not sealing properly. And yeah, so it's going in through the frame, but
you can smell it, like you can smell that it's damp in there.
It's dank.
And that's a problem because that's where all our battery and stuff is.
Yeah, so that's why we're here doing this, because that's an issue. You don't want that. Let's come around here, Erin. Let's get set up. Let's do a list of what we're going to do. All right, so a couple of bits of cardboard.
Welcome to the School of Caravan Renovation.
Oh, for anyone who didn't know, I used to build caravans. That's a little ongoing joke.
Inside joke.
But truly, I did. Kedron Caravans used to build them. So
It's not lying.
all right, so what I'm thinking is let's do a must do and a want to. And I'll let you do the writing because that's atrocious.
I was going to say, should I be writing? I'm sure you've heard me complain about Alex's handwriting before. Like, what is this?
That's a
Can
W.
you see that?
That's it. Want to. What do you want to?
Want to.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Number one, we have to fix that front. That's not negotiable. That's why it's in here.
Gosh, my O's are not the best either, are they?
Front boot. Oh, the next thing that's non-negotiable, the brakes. So, on, which trip was it? Outback Queensland. When we got to Gucci Creek Escape, we actually realised that we had...
Is that how you spell brakes?
You said my writing's atrocious. What's that?
Well, it was nearly an E. And then I was like, no, that's not how you spell brakes, as in brakes, I don't think, is it?
I don't know. I know what you mean, so let's run with it.
That's how I'm spelling it, all right?
Anyway, Gucci Creek, we pulled in, we had smoke coming out of the brakes. So we had all kinds of issues there. So we're just going to completely get rid of them and I'm going to put whole new assemblies on there. So we'll have brand new brakes. The next thing is the plumbing system. So over the last, how long? Since that same trip, I think. No, it was the trip after when we went up north, up the coast, and we were in at Kitchen Dam. We started springing leaks.
Yes, when we went to Mackay.
Yeah, Campwood Beach. It started springing leaks there.
All the hoses just kept splitting, which you will have seen in that previous footage that I put in.
The hot water hoses in specific, because you got to think about it. They're 16 years old. So those hoses have had hot water running through them for 16 years. They're brittle and it's just starting to look like a sprinkler. They're just splitting everywhere. So I'm literally going to go through, pull out all that and replace at least the hot water side of things.
But also you've said that the way that's set up, we're not getting the most out of our tanks.
Yeah, so we're going to drop the tanks, possibly get new tanks. This all comes down to dollars, guys. Like, we're going to start doing the work on this. There's so many things we want to do that we're just going to have to, I don't know.
We need to at least fix the plumbing, but I guess it'll also be on the want to as if we want to make it the most efficient as possible.
Yes.
We'll see how far we go with it.
And then the filling situation, because we're not getting full tanks. So I know what I'm doing there, but that will be when we get to that. So let's put on here then, want to, water tanks, new water tanks.
I was going to say, it's really hard to write under pressure. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Okay, next up, we're going to put this one on the must-do list. It's replace the aircon. Now, the only reason I'm going to say we're going to put that on the must-do is because I've already bought an aircon for it. If you've been following, you know I love Marketplace. I'm always on there searching for a bargain, and I found one. It was a nearly brand new Truma aircon, one of the new ones. It's barely been used, but it came off for an insurance job. So I picked that up for $600, which I think is a bargain. They're about $2,600. And the reason we want to do that is the aircon we got in there is an old one. It draws a heap of power. It's like 150 amps as it's running, and we can't even put that much solar back in, whereas the new ones pull like 50 to 70 amps. So we can nearly run that on a sunny day at neutral. So even still putting some into the battery probably.
Which is good, because we seem to like going up north when it's hot. So
in summer we go north. Don't know why. All right, so that's on the must do. So I want to, Erin.
Right.
Awning skin. So we got a Dometic awning on this caravan, which is awesome. There's nothing wrong with the awning mechanism and everything on its own. It's 19 foot. It's massive. It's bigger than our last caravan. And we love it because it gives you so much room to get out of the weather, which is another thing. We love traveling in wet weather too. So hot and wet is what we seem to do.
I don't think we love it. I think it's just what happens to us.
True. So you can buy new skins for them. So I would love to get a new skin.
Okay. Sound like you're a fortnight. Bloody
So that's on the table. I'll do some research. I think it's nearly $1,000. Yeah, I know it's a lot of money. So we'll see. We'll put that one on the side. We'll think about it.
On the maybe the want-tos.
The want-tos, yep. Another want-to is to replace these two lights. They are pathetic. They put out hardly any light at all. I'd love to get some ones with the amber light as well, because you all know that bugs are horrible in some of the places we go. So if you have amber lights, they just don't attract the bugs as much. What else? Want-tos, barbecue area. So in the last reno, the barbecue area that's up the front there, I made my own sort of little slide setup. We put the Weber in there. We have to take the lid off. I'd like to just have a play around and make that a bit better.
Yeah, just a bit more functional, I think.
Yes, and there's actually room to put another hatch at the front to then put some storage space, like a little pantry or something.
Oh.
But yeah, once again, you got to buy the hatch and everything, so we're spending money there. Clearance lights. Put that on must do.
Okay.
They're starting to be a bit average. If you have a look at them, they're the original ones. They're just, some of them are starting to flicker a bit and not work properly, so. Could just be an earthing issue, but I'm pretty sure they're cheap as, so we'll just put some nice LED ones on it. All right, another must do. What is it?
The toilet.
It's leaky. It's disgusting. So it's the cartridge itself, I'm pretty sure. It when you pull it out, it like dribbles all over the cartridge, and when you're going to dump it, you've got everything on your hands, and yeah, it's not fun. So we're going to figure out what it is. I'm hoping it's just the seal around the top. So if it's just that, you beauty, cheap as chips, we get that done.
Why did we buy this other colour?
It's my pointer.
Oh.
I don't know.
You could have found you a stick outside anyway.
So not so much of a must do. I guess it's a want to, but we're going to do it anyway. Is checker plate front and rear. Yeah, put it on want to, but we're just going to do it. So obviously, once we peel that front end off, figure out what the water leak, where the water leak is coming from, and get that sorted, we're going to have to put something back on the front end, because right now it's that blue sort of soft vinyl. I don't even know what the material is, but it's just not. It's not that appealing. I don't think it's very good in terms of sealing and being waterproof. So.
I don't think it ages very well.
No, it definitely doesn't. It was all the rage back then, and a lot of caravans had it, because I guess stones can't dint it. But yeah, so we'll replace that with checker plate. And then we'll put a little bit on the rear, because I've already dinted that, because we get the boat trailer on there now. And then I've jammed the wheels into it by doing a few silly things. So it's dinted it. So we might just replace that bottom bit with a bit of checker plate. I don't want to go nuts with checker plate because it's heavier, and we're already up there with our weights. So. Yeah, don't want to do that. Must do, reseal whole caravan. Now that's going to include windows out. So we did actually have the leak with this window right here. That was, oh God, that was a massive storm, wasn't it? And it was just, it was pouring in like a waterfall. So yeah.
And we have noticed lately when you walk in, there is a really musty, like damp smell. So there are leaks somewhere that we don't know about. I found a little bit of water damage in my cupboard, and I'm pretty convinced there's something going on under the bed. But
yes, could be the hot water system again where our last wet leak was. So I'm going to have to check that. So then that might end up being a new water system. Oh, that's the other thing. We'll put this on want to, diesel heater.
Right.
So Bertha's got a diesel heater in her, but we've never been able to get it to work. DIE. I think.
Yeah.
I before E, except after C.
Except in all those.
I has a dot on top of it too, just so you know. So yeah, she's got a diesel heater in her, hasn't worked the whole time. We've been in some cold conditions, we really wish we've had it.
Yes.
So that, I'm thinking a cheap Chinese one off eBay.
Oh, okay.
I see so many people install them, and I've heard people say they're like exactly the same as the expensive ones. So this is an expensive one, it doesn't work. So what's the harm in putting a cheap one in?
It can't hurt.
So we'll do that, and I'm probably going to move the tank from the front boot to the rear, closer to where it all is, because it's got fuel line running the whole way of the van.
Yeah, okay.
Like 20 foot worth of fuel line. So that's the deal there. All right, bang on what to. Microwave. We got the microwave in there already, but it's pretty average. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to get one of the plateless ones.
Because our plate doesn't rotate anymore.
Yeah, that's right, it doesn't. I forgot what the actual reason was, but yeah, so it doesn't rotate. So we may as well take the plate out anyway.
Yes.
But you got those new plateless ones. So it's a different technology and it heats it throughout evenly. So it just, if you know caravanning with microwaves, the plate bangs around anyway. So
Yes.
yeah, if we could replace that. So the only other thing I could think of for must-dos is replace the mountain air filter. We've done quite a bit of dirt road driving since we did the reno. That mountain air uses a Land Cruiser air filter, so that'll be nice and easy just to go down to Supercheap or Repco or something and pick one of them up. We've never done it. And we use it all the time as an actual fan, so we probably should. It's probably clogged up.
Yes.
But yeah, that'll be a good chance to show you how that works. We'll take the lid off for the first time and see how dirty that filter is, see how much we've actually gone through. But I think that's it. There's probably going to be other things along the way that we're going to think of.
Or
It's always the
we'll
way.
come across as we go.
Yeah. So we're going to tackle all these, the must-dos, and then we'll just see how we go money-wise. Like I've said it before, there's no point in buying an older van, doing renos on it and making it nice, and then just spending as much as you would on buying a new van. So we'll try to keep everything low cost. Find those.
We certainly can't afford to do that anyway.
No,
so.
definitely not. Definitely not. So we'll keep it low cost. I'll try to find those bargains on Marketplace and all over the place. Keep doing that. But I think for now, I think we should get stuck into that front end.
Sounds good.
So we'll
nervous.
start pulling off this J mold and just see what happens from there. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take off this molding here. It's called a J mold. It's basically what seals up your roof front and back to your side panels. It's all silicone under it. I know it's going to be hard to pull off. They're never easy because you put that much silicone under it, it's just a nightmare. So we're not going to try to protect this. It's pretty cheap to buy this J mold, so we're just going to tear it off. So we're going to start. We're going to pull this out, Erin. You can do the honours, I reckon.
Okay.
So if you get your head under here, see that?
As in just the black bit?
Yep, just pull that out.
Oh my god, it doesn't not just pull out.
You got to give it a bit of.
I don't want to break my nails. I don't want to break my nails.
Hey, you're getting hands-on with this one.
Look at that. Look what just ran out of it.
The dreaded red dirt. Yes, get it. Right, what we might do is we might just leave it at that and start peeling the front off just so we can assess the front end.
Okay.
And then we will take the rest off, but we'll set up some scaffold.
Righto.
Sound good? So pull your rubber mould out. This one's actually pretty brittle. I mean, it's only a decorative thing, but we'll probably end up replacing that. And then she's held on by screws.
Where'd that go?
Pick that up later. So it's just got screws the whole way up it. So do you want to have a go at it?
Yeah.
Screws and silicone. Caravans are 90% silicone. Here you go. So probably up a little bit.
Up here?
So it's like a car throttle. You got like adjustment in it. You don't have to just go full throttle.
No.
You can.
Mine is not doing it.
No, it will. It will. So put that in. Okay, just a little blip. Yeah. So you gotta put pressure on it. But that's all right. That's your first go. You did good.
My first screw.
Good work.
Yay.
You what?
My first. Oh no, it doesn't get any better though. It doesn't matter how I try and say it, it does not sound good.
We'll just leave that. All right, keep going.
How many times can I stuff this up?
Actually, probably need a ladder, right?
Do it. I'm doing what you're telling me and it's not working.
Must be the drill's fault.
It is the drill's fault.
Pressure. No, it's just getting used to the drill. You'll be right. All right, we'll quickly take all these screws out. And then we'll be able to peel this J-mold off. So I've just unscrewed it to here because that's the joint in the J-mold, if you have a look at that, Erin. So that's where we're going to start peeling it from there and remove it up towards the roof. If you can take that one off, that'll be easier with the drill than the screws that were in here.
I'll be the judge of that.
I'm just looking at the way you're holding it.
Like a gun. I don't know what I'm doing, that's why. Whoa.
There you go.
Yeah!
So, in theory, now that we've taken all the screws out, this J-mold, we should be able to just basically sort of cut and hit and manipulate it off. So we'll just see how it goes. Oh yeah, easy. Ants.
Uh-oh.
Straight up, ants and water.
Smell it.
Yeah, it smells bad, eh? It smells wet. Oh yeah. Oh, here I was saying it was going to be hard. Look at that. There we go, first bit of J-mold off. Way, way easier than it should have been, which just makes me think not enough silicone has been used. Like, you can't even see much silicone on that. Back when I used to...
Probably where all our leaking problems are coming from.
I'd say it's a good chance. Because I didn't peel that out and reseal it last time. I should have, but I didn't. But I will.
Oh, look at all those ants.
Oh yeah. Look at that, guys. Yuck.
Oh, what is that?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That is so bad. So bad.